Hello, welcome back to our special edition of our Breaking the Chains. I have some exciting ladies here today. We did a contest of best teacher in San Jacinto County. And the teachers, the community, everybody voted on each other, and it made my heart so happy to see how many people participated in this. And I want to thank you as a community for participating and recognizing these wonderful teachers. And so this is our number one winner, Miss Wendy. But I don't think there is a number one. I think all the teachers are pretty amazing. And I'd like to take a moment before we get to talking to you a little bit, Miss Wendy. I want you to recognize all the teachers that were nominated, because I think that every teacher is incredible. I think that a waitress and a teacher is probably the most wonderful people on earth, and the most, it's a stressful job. And so I really thank y'all for what y'all do. But I'm going to go down the list really quick for the ones that were nominated. Miss Courtney Robinson from Cold Springs, Belton Rooflove from Cold Springs, Shirley Boyd from Shepherd Primary, of course, Miss Wendy, Harley Shireen, and you'll meet her here shortly, Lindsay Switch from Shepherd High School, Kelly Morris, Shepherd, Ramona Christopher from Shepherd, Miss Thompson, special needs teacher here in Shepherd, Tony Goodman from Shepherd High School, Mr. Cronin from Shepherd, Mrs. Edwards from Shepherd, Major Edward McDonald from Shepherd, Maurice Stevenson from ROTC as well from Shepherd, Thomas Eldridge from Cold Springs, Lisa Corvell, Shepherd High School, Holly Harrison, also from Shepherd High School, Jeremy Hank, I don't know if I said that right, but from Shepherd High School also. Stephen Furman, Shepherd High School. Ginger Pippin from Shepherd High School. Angela Vandiver Wright from Cold Springs High School. And Deidre Denise from Shepherd Middle School. What a list.
What a list.
I mean, I know that there's so many teachers out there, but to have this many special teachers nominated, it really makes my heart happy to know that we have such wonderful teachers in our community. But out of all of these lists here, Miss Wendy, you were chosen as best teacher in San Jacinto County. How does that make you feel?
Very blessed, very happy. It makes my heart grow. It
Yes.
makes me feel like I'm doing what God put me on here at this earth to do.
Amen. Well, we had a special lady who nominated you, Miss Crystal. And Miss Crystal, I just want to take a second. What made you nominate such an amazing teacher?
Well, I've been blessed to know Wendy from way back. We go back to childhood. All the way back to junior high, her dad taught me how to barrel race. And, she's been the same Wendy, very loving and fun-loving. Always had a good, friendly spirit. And she's taught 2 of my grandchildren. And she's always checking in with the kids if they're sick, if they're getting behind in class, if they have something going on, if they're acting up, she's checking in to see what's going on with them, and if they need help with anything. If we're going through hard times with the family, she's calling or messaging me, asking me what's going on. And when the kids come running in and they're going, Miss Wendy, well, Miss Guy, it speaks a lot. It speaks volumes.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. And that does mean a lot. I know that these teachers have a very hard and difficult job, and so just having you on this podcast means a lot to me as a person in the community that had children go to Shepherd ISD and went through struggles. And if it wouldn't have been for certain teachers, I don't think my granddaughters would have graduated with such excellence as they did. And so, I just know for a fact when it's one of you kind of teachers that really give it all, my granddaughter was able to go to Texas Tech with a 4-year scholarship. But that was because of certain teachers within our community that took time and took the heart and worked with Diane to be able to get that. So my hat's off to you. But what made you way back when want to be a teacher?
Well,
I mean, is it just
that's
something?
a great question, because, way back then, I wasn't a teacher, but I didn't even start college until I was in my 40s.
Wow.
So I started college when I was 42-ish, I think, and I just graduated a couple years ago. So
That's amazing.
I've been teaching now for 4 years. I've been at the district for 8, but I've been teaching for 4. But my little boy started pre-K, Micah. He started pre-K, and I just wanted to be more involved, and I just wanted, I don't know, I just love children. I've always wanted to do something with kids. A child psychologist is really what I wanted to do when I was younger, but I don't know, something clicked in me one day, and I said, Ricky, I think this is what I want to do. And so we did it
Wow.
together. He helped me through every single thing. And we did it together.
And what college did you go to?
Grand Canyon University.
Grand Canyon University.
It was all online, so it was, you
Yeah.
know, at my own pace, which may have
Well.
taken longer than it needed to, but
Hey,
it worked out.
And you accomplished such an amazing goal. I mean, for you to be sitting here in this chair and knowing that your peers, I mean, some of them ones on that list, I went down there and I read the teachers were actually voting for you a lot as well. You know, so that says a lot. You know, just not to have the community to be involved in it, but your peers really think a whole lot of you and stuff. And so
I think a lot
that
of
makes
them.
me happy. Next question. What one moment in your classroom that reminded you why you chose this profession?
Which moment in my classroom, or
Yes.
just one moment?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
If you have more, share.
when I was in school, you know, I was kind of a struggler too. I wasn't like the best. I struggled a lot in reading. I struggled a lot in math, and I just struggled. But back when I was in school, you know, we didn't have all of this extra, I guess, testing and all this stuff. So there were some wonderful teachers that pushed me, and we made it through. But it was a struggle. And the kids that I get to really help reminds me a lot of myself. Then the little light starts clicking, and you can see about a couple months through the school year, they're getting it, they're grasping things, and you can see these little light bulbs go off. And I'm like, honey, I've been there. I mean, I've had to do all of these things that you're doing, and I've had to sound out these words, and I've had to struggle, and we just make goals and we make them. And it's usually my ones that are really struggling, and they just get my heart. They all get my heart, but you know, I can really relate to them, and I tell them little tricks that I learned through the school, and they're like, oh, how old are you?
You know, and it's funny that you should say that, because I remember my youngest granddaughter struggled really bad in math. And there was nothing that I could do at home to make her understand it. I had, you know, my sister come in, and she was a college degree, you know, and it didn't matter how she went over it and stuff, but there's Miss Sonamo. I don't know what she did, but all of a sudden, that light bulb that you're talking about, Angel came home and she said, Grammy, I got it. I know how to do it now. And, you know, just to watch the spirit in her come to life, it was responsible for an amazing teacher that took the time to show her how to go up through that journey and stuff. But so what grade do you teach?
Second grade.
Second grade.
Reading.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
And that was my struggle in school. So I think that's why I can relate to them.
Exactly.
So
Did your kids taught by Miss Wendy?
Not my kids, my grandkids.
Your grandkids?
Yes,
Oh,
two of them.
Wow. So you have had a journey with her and stuff for a long time, and still being able to participate in your children's lives.
Yes.
Next question. What do your students teach you that textbooks never could?
patience.
Ooh, that's a good one. Absolutely.
They teach me a lot of patience, especially on Valentine's Exchange Day.
Well, tell us about that a little bit, since this is
Oh,
a
it's
Valentine's
wonderful. You know,
podcast,
they're all excited. They're pumped up, and they're ready for their party. And I have to remind them it's not a party today. It's a Valentine exchange.
Aw.
So they're all pumped up, and they're ready to go. And then you're settling them down all day long, because, you know, they are 7
Yeah.
and they are 8 and they are excited. And, you know, my energy's going too, because I have a lot of energy. So bring them back down.
Yeah.
So a lot of patience, a lot of love.
Yeah. That's
You
it.
know, the days that I'm struggling, they're telling me they love me. The days that it takes all I have to wake up in the morning sometimes,
Yeah.
but they're the reason I'm there.
Exactly.
And so,
Absolutely. Wow. Another question. What's one change that you would love to see in education that would make a real difference? All right. So next question. What's one change you'd love to see in education that you think that would make a real difference?
honestly, I'm just going to put that down.
Yeah.
I think maybe some some of the classes are really big, maybe a couple of smaller classes. I don't know, maybe more intervention and pulling out more, something like that. But it's going great. I mean, you know, things have changed a lot, and we're doing really good over there.
So just within the last 4 years of you being an educator, have you seen a dramatic change in society that is affecting our young people today?
There
I mean, without having to iterate a whole lot on it, but I've noticed it as having a children's organization just in the last few years that this internet has increased so much. I'm seeing a lot more stress. You know, I have a lot more kids on suicide watch. You know, a lot of parents having trouble dealing with things. And so I can only imagine in a classroom, because I'm sure every day they bring those emotions that happens everywhere around the world, from bullying to all of it, into Miss Wendy's classroom.
Yes, ma'am. And they're so little, and they're so vulnerable, and their heart is so precious and innocent, and they do have all of this technology now, and everything, the world is wide open to them. And it's good, but it's also scary.
Yeah.
You know, and you do see a lot of that, but thank goodness I work at the primary, and so, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, the technology and the Facebook and the Fortnite and all that stuff, it's a lot.
I've
but
just been doing some research on that Fortnite, and it is fairly scary and stuff. And so, you know, I think that what you do, kind of doing the education part of it, and then what we do over here at the Impact Center through our Get It Off Your Chest program, we're able to socially have a topic each week like we're going to do tonight. For instance, my topic tonight is on consequences. And so they get to, you know, talk about the meaning of it and you know, what the Bible says about the word. And then I ask them, you know, have you ever been into a situation where consequences was something that you had to address, you know? And so that's what we're going to do tonight. So I know you can't implement that in the classroom, but I'm hoping that, you know, the teachers at Shepherd ISD and all the ones watching, you know, would let them know about what we're doing over here at the Impact Center, because I think that we can tie in together to make a tremendous impact within our community. So what do you love most about teaching?
my kids.
Your kids?
My kids.
Yeah.
I love my coworkers. They're amazing. Miss Boyd, Coach Loft, you know, she keeps me laughing all the time.
Yeah.
She is my positive person. You know,
Yeah.
you need one of those in your life. Everybody needs a Coach Tammy Loft. Everybody needs a Shirley Boyd and a Terry Taylor.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody, those kids are my heart. Every one of them. I make a little family with them, and then I get to watch them go and spread their wings, and I never forget them, and I hope they never forget me.
Yes, and they never will.
I hope not.
I mean, there's teachers, I'm 65 years old, and I remember my history teacher in particular, and I remember writing a letter to my English teacher because I had a learning disability when I was in school. My mom was excited when I made a D. And so my sisters and brothers made straight A's, and so it was a difficult journey for me in school as well. But I remember writing this one essay that we had to write, and I wrote in this essay, I hate myself, nobody likes me, and so I remember she took a red pen and she marked through everything that I had wrote, and she said, "You are my favorite student, most outstanding." And I kept that, and I've had it for 60-something years.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, it's just the one little thing that she took the time to encourage me, and I know that's what a lot of you teachers have to do every single day. And so, you know, I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for Miss Crystal, and that she had chose you and all the people who nominated you. And so we have got a little gift for you guys. We have a $50 gift card, so you and
wow.
Crystal can go out to eat lunch.
Yay,
And so
thank you.
and to show our appreciation for all that y'all do, all that you do,
Okay.
and stuff. And so, is there anything that you would like to say to your students, since we are live and they're probably going to be watching?
I love you so much.
Yeah,
Mwah.
and so we're going to put this all over Facebook, and we have a new, like I said, Breaking the Chains podcast that this is going to go on. Our first one got 8,000 views, so there's going to be a few people that sees this podcast, and so we're just really proud to have you, and thank you for all that you do within our community.
Thank you for this. This is amazing,
Yeah,
and you know,
and-
teachers need things like this. So
Yes.
thank you.
Yes,
we
Thank
ma'am.
appreciate
you for
it.
all that you do for the
Yes,
community.
yes.
Well, we appreciate y'all saying that. I have a wonderful team behind me. God sends me angels every single day, and And we're going to be doing a few things that we'd like to get a hold of y'all. We're going to do a fundraiser here in the near future called Boots on the Ground. So we're going to raise some money for our crisis center here and stuff that we need. So we'd love to invite the teachers to come out and participate.
I would love to help.
That. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's the end of our podcast. Everybody congratulate my new friend Wendy and tell her thank you for all her efforts and what she does within the classroom. Again, Crystal, thank you so much for being a part of this and nominating Miss Wendy. And if you know another teacher that deserves some credibility and honor and to be recognized, please let me know. We'll fit them in our next podcast and show them some appreciation. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again here on our next podcast on Breaking the Chains. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Wendy, we got one more surprise for you. And so I know we were about to close out, but I didn't think that we should miss this special moment. We had two young ladies that would like to come in and say hello and show some appreciation for one of their favorite teachers. Aww. Girls, come on over. Let's surprise Miss Wendy. Come on over. Look who's here.
Oh, my babies.
Yes.
These are the two granddaughters that I'm so grateful Wendy got to
Oh my goodness.
Look at her playing baseball. Well, you're a hero, girl, for even coming today.
And you're growing up. Too big. You're too tall. You're too grown.
Well, y'all come right on over here, and I want to ask a few questions. Tell me your name first. What? Kinley.
No, Tinley.
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 Tinley. All right. Tell me what it's like in a classroom with Miss Wendy.
It's good.
Is it good? Well, come on. Tell me something that she makes her such a special teacher. What does she do to make that classroom fun?
She teaches us good things.
She teaches you good things? How about when y'all do celebrations and things and stuff? I mean, does she make it really special for y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. And so if you could choose all the teachers that you've had, would Miss Wendy be the one? Aw, that is super sweet. And your name, young lady?
Raylan.
Raylan? What a beautiful name. And I'm going to ask you the same thing. So you've been in her classroom before, right? And so what made it special to be in Miss Wendy's classroom?
The way she taught us.
The way she taught you? How did she teach you? Did she yell at you, or was she very kind? And
She would teach us strategies to help us.
oh, wow. And so she just kind of went the extra mile, huh? Wow, now I can kind of see the picture, Miss Wendy, of why these girls love you so much. And so,
She was one of my first babies when I started teaching, like in the classroom.
oh my goodness. Wow. Well, it's nice to see that she did a really good job on teaching y'all, and y'all are going to do great things when you grow up. Is that something you might consider doing one day, is being a teacher? Ooh, look. So our next generation of teachers.
Right.
Wow. Well, thank y'all so much for coming and celebrating with Miss Wendy today. She won first place of all of the San Jacinto County of the ones that we did get the nominations for. And she got our number one teacher spot. So thank y'all for coming, and we appreciate y'all. Have a great day, girls.
Thank you.
Love y'all.
All right, let him get a picture real quick.